evening, good morning, and welcome. My name is Nori. We're coming to you live from the Digital Engineering server. This is modded Minecraft Valhelsia 3, and this is our mess. So, it is Saturday morning coffee. I think I've done it again. I think I've started the stream without updating stream information. I am so terrible at that. There. Hopefully that gets updated correctly. Anyways. Yeah. Let's get some. There we go. So, today we are going downstairs. Today we are going to go play in our, Hey, left-legged. Welcome, welcome. How goes it? So, today on the chopping block, we are going to finish up our lava generator and finish up the blaze cake farm that we were setting up down here in our create room. For no other reason than just because we can. Welcome to the stream, left-legged. Yeah, we've been a little busy down here. Quick rundown. So we have we've been playing around with create down in this room, specifically a create room. So we made ourselves a big giant clock because I've never made one, and they have clockwork bearings. Hey Dane, welcome. So this is our lava generator. So we just finished last night. I just finished setting up the I have no idea what in the world that was all about. Hang on, that's gonna irritate me. Yeah, that stupid robot shouldn't do that. Jeez. Hang on. We're going to go fix that right now. Because that is not kosher. I don't know why it did that. And I am not okay with that. That off. Disable. Disable. That's fine. Disable that. Disable that. Alright. Sorry about that. I should have fixed that. That's just rude of that. I put it in there so that there's an actual command that you can run that will get you the link to the YouTube in case you want to see some of the previous episodes and a lot of the stuff that we've been working on in here. I did not realize it came with its own filtering, and that's not kosher. So anyways, yeah, so we have our sugarcane farm for our sugar, which I need to process that into sugar. We're going to make the blaze cake base. This is going to give us our, I got to replace this with a deployer, and then that will keep the blaze guy happy and blue. We will be making lots of lava. We need a cobblestone generator over top of this. That's like stupid easy to do. And then that should have this blaze cake system up and going. So hopefully we can knock that out in just a little bit. We do need to pull the eggs out of this box here. I probably need to put some more chickens in there. And transport those so that they can mix with that and with the sugar, and then we'll have to grind some netherrack. So we'll have a little bit of stuff built out right up here. And I think we'll funnel that down into here. I did a little work last night in testing the redstone to get the redstone stuff in place, because basically what we wanted to make certain was happening is we need to detect when this guy is not blue. So this makes our lava, and this steadily fills our lava machine up, but when he stops being blue, he stops making lava. So we need to be able to feed him a lava cake only when he's stopped, when he's no longer melting cobblestone into lava. So what we've done is a simple little toggle here. There's a comparator off the back end, so as long as he's blue, you get a signal strength of 3. So we're just picking that signal strength up. We're doing a little amplification on the other side, and then we have it's basically a latch, as it were. Is that okay? That's an off state. So when he stops being blue, this will turn on. It'll pulse. We will spit out exactly 1, and then that will go over here to the deployer, which will then feed back into our blaze guy and turn him blue again. And so this way we can keep from overfeeding blaze, and so we don't run out of the blaze cakes, and so we can make a mass production of them and call it a day. It should also generate us a bunch of lava. Now, it is of note, I have a lock right here that will keep the system from feeding him, so we can technically turn this off. And eventually the lava will drain out. We'll make a bunch of blaze cakes, give or take the ingredients we have on hand, and that should be that. So over here are, what is this? Our sweet roll farm. This one's just fun to watch. Like the automated hands, those are just fun to play around with. This is our polished rose quartz making machine, so we can just throw redstone and nether quartz into here, and it will produce our polished rose quartz. And then if anybody's tried to make these precision mechanisms, this is an automated form of that. So just throw a piece of gold down there, it'll get flattened and then processed until we get this. Now, it's probably easier to see, Dane, to be honest with you. Been playing around with an awful lot of Create as of recently, just because it has some really interesting functions. Well, so Create's one of those fun little mods that I think could go into like a vanilla world and run alongside of redstone contraptions, and you probably would never really notice the difference. But like in this case, we're making a gold plate, and in order to craft a precision machine, you actually have to run it through the cycle like 5 times. I think the biggest thing most people struggle with is probably the rotational force generation. Valhelsia 3 adds in some extra burners and whatnot, so it kind of makes some of this a little easier to deal with. But yeah, I had put this big room together because I wanted just to fill it with do some different things with Create, make some Create blocks that they have, items. Don't look at this real quick. So, like, I wanted a farm to make sweet rolls, not because I needed sweet rolls, just because I could. Blaze cake was another one of those. It takes lava in the blaze base, so I thought that would be an interesting challenge just to see if I could make a system that would do it. I've never built a clock, so I built a clock. This is just me playing around with the various parts. You get far enough in a mod pack, and you kind of like, I've got creative mode without having creative, and so now what do you do? Well, So the clock is accurate to the Minecraft day. So the hand that's moving around really quickly is the minute hand, and it is absolutely accurate to time. So you can watch over here. There's the day counter right over there, so you can see the minute hand going by. So it's perfectly accurate to Minecraft days. It's really cool. It's not really accurate to much of anything else. If you're trying to make it accurate to our world time, that's not going to happen. It's one of those. It's interesting because no matter how fast you spin the bearing, this always moves at the same rate. So I could really wrench on that bearing, and it wouldn't move any faster than what it's already moving. At the same token, we could make it really slow, and it would still, as long as it's got the proper RF behind it, it'll just run at this constant speed. So it's accurate to the Minecraft day. Now, initially, I was planning on powering all of this with this crude burner at making seed oil. But apparently seed oil only runs about 30 seconds inside of this for a bucket. And it's going to take a really big farm to power that. So I opted instead to replace... We'll go back here real quick. So instead what we're doing is we are running a pump jack from Immersive to get crude oil, which burns for about 80 seconds a bucket. So it's got a much longer burn time on it. It's not really create-ish, but if seed oil, we could get seeds faster to produce more seed oil to keep up with that, because this guy's a hungry little beast. And I didn't want to sit here and make another coal generator to pump coal into this thing nonstop. Because then that's just another tree farm, and I've already got one of those in my base already. That would be in this room. So we've already got a giant tree farm over here. It's just making us coal, rather charcoal. So I didn't see a need in putting a second one in. It's just not really worth the trouble. Especially when that one down there has produced, 123k worth of coal since I put it in about a month ago. And we can speed it up. I've got more coal than I know what to do with, or charcoal. I needed charcoal though, because that is what we're using in our ×5 multiplication. So I use that an awful lot in Mechanism. But again, I just didn't want to have to repeat that activity. So instead, this is what we've got now. So, all right. Anyways, back to the fun at hand. So one of the things that we're going to do is from this guy. It would help if I remember to get my wrench. I really did not want you to. Thank you. So we're going to pull out from the brass funnel. I'm thinking. So let's make an arm, because I've been having fun with these arms. They're so much fun. So just make some more. So the engineering toolbox is a really nice thing to have in some cases. And in other cases, it's just a pain in the neck. All right. Mechanical arm. And this is why we make these precision things. I've I've really got to put a filter on that thing so that it stops having problems with making enough. All right. So one. So we'll have one take it out from there. We could do two. Hey, take it easy, Dane. It was nice seeing you again. Stop by anytime. Let's put that right there for just a second, because we are also going to need... we're going to need a crafter. I only really wanted one of these, but that's all right. So we'll do a crafter. Problem is trying to figure out where we want this stuff to sit at. I think it would be fun to do something like this. Problem is that needs to spin. Because of that, we could technically put it right here. Oh. All right, so, oh, I know. Really? Go away. Scram. We gave it the office. Not interested. Where is my depot? So depots are really nice things that you can stick right underneath a brass system. There we go. And then we should be able to take items, deposit items. Good, good. All right, so he should take from here. He'll put there. We need to apply some rotation to that. And that'll get that running. Easy peasy. We're gonna have a little fun with this. Because why not? Get some large wheels, some small wheels. Ooh, why did that break all of a sudden like that? Okay, I guess we won't do it that way. We can do it this way. There we go. And then one more here, one there, and then we'll pull that there. Perfect. So now we have that guy going. We will need to get something here, which I think we should be able to just grab ourselves a little bit of power from our belt machine right here. That should be good enough. How do we want to do that? I think we'll do that with a couple of these. And then we'll just convert one of those to that. Don't need that anymore. That's in the wrong direction. Just like that. And there we go. The arm has power. And we have sugar. All right. Stop running for a second. All right, so now we have our way to get our sugar. Dump stuff back in here. Just go in here for right now. Can we? Yes, we should be able to do it like this. I think we can do it like this. Let's see if we can do it like this. No, we can't do it like that. That's a pain. I wonder. All right, let's do a little thought experiment for today. Right, so we have a fan and we have a chute. Now, does this thing recognize the chute as a storage or not? If it does, then that just went down there, which is absolutely fabulous because that's where we want it to be at. So now, all we need is a little bit of force. You know what? I think we are going to do it this way. We're going to have just a little bit of fun with this. So we'll come off in that. I have a feeling I'm going to need to make some more of these. Now, the question is did I get it to go up or is it going down? It is going up. Not going up very fast. We'll need to speed that up a little bit. But it is going up. Okay. So the trajectory is right. The speed is terrible. Can we speed that up? So we could do another speed controller. I guess I technically don't. I'm not even using that, so we could just speed it up this way. Could just speed it up that way. Oh, you know what? I bet you I know what the deal is. Okay. Well, that's fine. That actually is really okay, because what we can do is grab a couple more of these. Make it look nice and fun to look at. And then that should Pop that in and push it right on up to the top. Perfect. And I don't have my flight jacket on. Okay. So that will now push it up. And then here at the top, what we can do is put all our fun things away. Grab ourselves some belts. Because we should be able to come across here. That will allow us to pick the items up from that. And then we should be able to just like this. And we can move it up here. And that should be good enough. Right. Yeah, this should be high enough. Pop that into a basin, smashy, smashy. Once we get our eggs, come up, smashy, smashy, and then we'll have another belt coming from somewhere that will bring our cinder flower, smashy, smashy. And then we can either just drop straight down, or we can offload. Yeah, I don't think, I put this here, but I don't think I'm actually going to use this at all. So for right now, it'll just sit there. That's what we'll do. These guys. So those are really, really helpful for directing, for just keeping the belt moving in the right direction. Back. And I'm hoping that this is spinning in the right direction. It's not. It's in the wrong direction. Y'all. How much slower you're going to make this. Make it any slower, but it's still in the wrong direction. What we could do is pull off from this guy. Right. Nope, still wrong direction. There we go. I like the look of it. We'll keep it. All right, so. Not that I'm interested in a bunch of this, but what we want to do is now we need to see that. So there goes the sugar. It should come up and then fall off the edge. Just like that. It's simply marvelous. Now the other nice thing too is this belt will back up. And it should back up all the way through the tubing as well. Should. I don't know. We'll see. It's all an experiment. It's all part of learning. We're going to find out because I don't always have the answers to everything. First, we need a basin. Oh, good. We have a basin. Other thing we want to do is well, that's a problem. I'm thinking. Because we gotta get crusher wheels, we gotta get cinder flour. And I really want to set this recipe because if we start pumping eggs in here, once you get 9 eggs in here, this thing will just start making egg crates and not blaze cake bases. Maybe it won't be a big problem. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, so we have our sugar converter. We do need a smashy plate. So we will need one of these guys, mechanical presses. Let's order that from the system. Shouldn't take too long at all. Say it shouldn't take too long. I'm wondering if we're processing iron right now. There we go. So there's our mechanical press. And I'll go right above that. Now, if you shift right click on the basin, it'll actually put it above. You can do that with the depots as well. Nice little trick to get everything aligned correctly. All right, so we have our smashy, which will make our blaze cake bases. We'll need an injector. Dink. Oops. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I know how to get that out. You know what? I think for argument's sakes, we're just going to stick that on the other end of it. So this will be our outputter. Yeah, it just occurred to me that I'm basically just gonna maybe we should lower this and then have everything feed into a hopper. Yeah. Or a series or a chute. Yeah, a hopper into a chute. Those things. I do not think I have a recipe for that in the system. I probably should make one. I'm really lazy right now. So we'll just oh, did I get any hoppers? I did not make any hoppers. I feel like I've got a bunch of hoppers somewhere though. Yep. There we go. There's a bunch of hoppers. This is probably left over from the Alright. Do 2 of these guys. Put a third one in because we're going to use it for a temporary block. Yeah. There we go. And now we should be able to feed this from all 3 sides. And then who cares if it gets cinder flour? Well, I guess we'll care anyways because I need to be able to lock. need is to be able to eject only the things that we want. I'm getting way ahead of myself. I gotta go build the crushing wheels for this place. We need to put the crushing wheels in and get that feeding. Let's not worry about how we're going to sort that into the creator bit. We still have to get the eggs up there, and we still have to get. So we need to get the eggs up here, and we still need to get the netherrack stuff going. So. Uses the wrong map. It's possible. I think when you download the server stuff. Oh yeah, this uses Zero's map. Yep. Yeah, I think Journeyman's. I like Journeyman's map a little bit better, just because it goes in and out. When you're going underground a lot easier. But yes, you're right. This uses Zero's maps, which I don't have a big issue with Zero's maps. They're all right. They're not a Journeyman's map, though. But I think Journeyman's has been added longer. Yeah. It handles translation between layers as you go up and down much easier, and allows you to see cave structures easier when you're... Oh, way, not interested. Cave at the office. Yep. I agree. Totally agree with that. Oh. Snare fix and go somewhere else. I can make those right here. I just finished saying I didn't think I was going to use this thing, and now here I am. I'm going to use this thing. 6, 9, 12... Right? Yeah, I think so. So 4. We need a piece of stone. But no, I know what you're saying, Dane, and can't help but agree with that one a little bit. So I think one of the people that play on the server actually doesn't like journeymans. So I thought that was pretty interesting. All right, and that should make our crushing wheels. Oh, I haven't had to make these a couple times. Apparently oh, they're planks. Okay, I failed. I thought I was doing good too. Yeah, it is. I like using these Crown Crafters. They are very satisfying to watch it work when it does its thing. I don't have a whole lot of reason to use the full size one all the time, and really you only need this big guy here for crushing wheels. Of course, you could use the same pattern to do a couple of the other recipes if you really wanted to, but I don't know. I think it'd just be almost simpler just to set up like 3 different stations of mechanical crafters, just to make, you know, one for crushing wheels, one for each of the other recipes. That would be easier than trying to juggle all those together. But anyways, so we're going to need power. I want to bring the crushing. No, I'm going to do it over here. We're going to do it right here, just like that. So we are going to need a box. Going to need a box. Too lazy to teach it how to make dark oak planks, apparently. That's all right, so there, and then we'll put an exporter here. And the other thing that we are going to need is a lot of the rack. Okay. This is going to get interesting. Oh, I filled it up already. I'm like, no. Upgrades. No, it doesn't matter, because in this one instance, we are not actually... We're not producing another rack. We actually have to go and farm that one. Carry-on's useful in some regards, and in other regards, it's just a pain in the neck. What would be like really nice is the makers of Britannia, if they would make it so that you can just right click and deposit with this thing. That would be great. It doesn't work that way, but it still would be nice. Put almost 30,000 pieces of netherrack in here. I think that's going to be enough. We're going to go with that. We'll start with that and see how far that gets us. All right. So then the other bits we need are going to be that. One of those. So interesting. As long as you get these guys, as long as you get one of these right, you can bridge across with a couple of gearboxes and get the other wheel to run in the correct direction. So you just need to figure out which side to feed, and then make certain it's getting fed correctly, and then the rest of it kind of takes care of itself. All right, so think should be able to come right out of here. Is there? Yes. Don't need stone. Go back in here. Want those and the wheel. And if we are absolutely lucky, that's going in the right direction. We're not lucky. Not lucky at all. That is going the wrong direction. Suppose we can do it like this. That should have that spinning in the right direction. That inverts it, and then that should have that going in the wrong direction again. Oh. There's an easier solution. I need to use my head, but you know, there is an easier solution. And that is we fly into the jaws. There we go. They're now spinning the right ways. All right. That away. So then, next thing that we need to do is, so that'll make our cinder flower. So then we just need to carry that over here. So let's get ourselves some belts. Because belts are just fun. Is it really one block? It is one block. So if I rotate this guy and rotate that guy, we should be able to grab our belt feeds. It actually looks like that's going in the right direction, so I should be able to like that. Look at that. Marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. Let's take these three little pieces out right here. I do an awful lot of mumbling to myself. I apologize to people who have listened to me mumble. You don't really have to, but you choose to, and so I do appreciate it. So it doesn't stop the fact that I mumble. All right. And then like right here. Yeah. Actually. Right there. that's far too many to... It'll be alright. We'll let that crush for a little bit. We're going to have to figure out a different way to output that. Oh, we could move it back and just run another belt here. That'll do. Because that's an awful lot of cinder flour, and I really wanted a much slower pace. What I need is a way to back it up, is what I need. And that spread it too far. And I just ran off like a madman. I suppose what I could do is just put a block right there. Oh, honestly, I should wait till I get the eggs figured out before I worry about how to make it look nice. Let's put all this stuff away so I stop mucking around with things. Alright, so I guess sugar that into there. Right. And there goes sugar into the container. Alright. So yeah, the only other thing left to figure out is to get the eggs. And I think to make life easy, I want another depot. Maybe that's what we do. Oh, I think I like that better. That's a good idea. Right? So instead of this, take all that out, pick that up. So my thought process, I wanted a way to hold it, as it were. The best way to hold it is, oops. Just like that. And so we should be able to that should settle there. And then hold it. And that should settle right there and hold it. And then we bring the eggs in right here. So then all we need is another one of our wonderful little handy dandy arms. Or do we do 3 arms? We could do 1 arm for each. Yeah, I think we'll do 3 arms. Which means I should probably just I'm using an awful lot of these arms. I'm just going to go teach the system how to make an arm. Because it was fine when I was only thinking like 1 or 2, but at this point, I've gotten into enough of these. This should be a regular recipe for us. Truth be told, it should have been a regular recipe a while ago. Just because it should have, but, you know. I've been making recipes as I go along. All right. And that should allow it to make the arms. So I'm thinking we do the arms. Yeah. Well, that also could mean instead of running that here, we could actually capture the output into another drawer box and then output the drawer box by 1. Yeah, okay. By 1. Because then what we can do is we can stick as many as we want here. I'm going to want a brass funnel. I could technically just put a chute in there. There we go. Chute there. Still need a brass funnel here. Those. Because this will hold up by 1. And that's fine. I mean, that auto takes care of itself. This one we want to be able to store a bunch. So there we go. That there. And then right there. So if we have to, we can do it like this. We can go shoot out like that. Yep. And we grab ourselves another. Shaft, another belt, just like that. Do some more mumbling. Some more encased chain drives. There. That's the wrong way, but I should be able to. gearbox. And the gearbox off that end. Oh yes, I'm out of encased chain drives. Spell correctly. So we'll make some encased chain drives. I use these things an awful lot. I like them because they're nice and clean. Fine. Can do it that way. No. One at a time. Thank you. One at a time. There. Now that should hit. So we can use the belt here as a form of storage, as it were, as well as a limiter. So it'll hold up the entire line. And then we can do fun little things by falling to our death. I'm not going in after that. I have been killed by crushing wheels enough. Alright, so that's got our cinder flower now. Then the last thing we need are the eggs. I really need you guys to put the eggs in the right spot. I can't stress enough how really important it is for you guys to put the eggs in the right spot. I need the eggs to go in the right spot. Stupid chickens. And I'm still holding on to an egg. Okay, so what we now need to do is get up to that point. So let's do belts, because that's what we've been doing. And so, belt. And we should be able to... Should be a nice clean line. Way down to this point. Look at that. All right. And all we need to do from here... Let's go... Really? I suppose the best thing to do would be to take This down one more. I have. I know I have some of this scoria right here. All right, so then, yep. Another funnel. Not there. That actually looks like that's spinning in the direction I want it to go in. So, what are the chances? All right. Oh, therein lies the problem. Did you see it? The problem is that here to there. It's just a matter of I don't think that's going to hit the right. No, it's got to come up. Maybe? No. Nope. Not going to work there, but that's okay, because I actually can just stop being stupid about it. That's what I can actually do. Alright, so that's got our eggs. There's our 3 arms. So we'll do a little cleanup with this. Oops. Alright. Take items, deposit. Take items, deposit. Yep, I did that one wrong. Alright, so that should get our hands going. Then we can put our brass funnel to filter out the blaze cake bases. That'll drop down. Push that over. Squirt, and then carry on in. And then there we go. It's a happy little system. Now what we need to do, what we need to do now is get all of the belts ready. So let's start with these guys. So that can keep from getting stuck in everything. Lag spike. Yes. All right. So then some technicalities. What we can do is like this. And that should move the eggs to this point. You get 1 egg, and then everything's backed up. So I should be able to now let this guy run crazy. Does now. Yep. And there we go. The whole system backs up. Nice, nice, nice. I don't care about that because this actually can hold everything that can crunch out. And so we can add more to that. The eggs are on hold. And so now what we need is rotational force to run these guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We just need the rotational force to run everything over here. So what we can do is not go about it that way because that's just going to block everything. And so that will spin those guys that correctly. The other thing that we can do, let's take one of those, convert it to a down. We grab our little cogwheels. And why is not that? Why are you? Okay. Take items. Deposit items. Thank you. And really, I just wanted this to be able to set recipe filter. The rest of these eggs can go right back here. Sugar can go right there. Of course, the cinder flower can go back in the cinder flower box. Okay, this is just fun to watch. I had not anticipated how much fun that would be to watch. All right. This is coming along very nicely. All right. And so, I'll now take him. So I suppose it really doesn't matter. Where is it landing at? Right there? Okay. Need is another drawer. We have a chute around here. And then a block to stand it on. Because it needs to come through, get... So we'll do it like this, right? So 1, 2, drop that in there. There. And then... Nope, that's got to go up one more. Just saw it. There. Why does it have to go up one more? Because we want the belt to land here. And the belt's going to drive to this point. And we are going to have another chute here on top of this one. Just like that. Which means right here be a shaft, followed by a shaft right here. And a couple of belts. Drag to drag. Yes. That one right there out. Do I have? I have a pump already. Nice. What about a spout? Do I have a spout? Bet you don't have a spout in here. I bet you I don't. I don't. I knew it. It's alright. We'll make one. Not a big deal. Really kind of like... It creates very nice in that it has a lot of... it's very satisfying to watch it. Alright, we need a driver. I think that's going to go in the wrong direction, so we will want to invert that. Actually, I think what we can just do just like that. Put all that stuff away. Don't need that. Now what we will need is a driver for this. Which I think, again, that's running the wrong direction, but if we invert, and there we go. Just grab 3 of these guys because this is the simple. Everything back away. Just like that. Then I think the only thing that we need down here is going to be one last funnel. And that's got our funnel cake system running. Sort of running. Not running at all. I suppose if I wanted to be enterprising, should do is do that. And bounce up and down on that because it's fun. Turn that off for just a second because I need to pick this one up. One more belt. I can go back here. Grab our chain drives. That'll keep everything going forward. And get ourselves one more brass funnel. Don't need that up there. That should be good. So let's go turn that back on. So that's feeding down to there. So then the only other thing that we need here is our deployer. This is not going to work. And then that would be this machine is done. Like, I know I have deployers around here somewhere. I have a deployer somewhere. Just like that. I guess the question is going to be is how do we load this from here? We do it like this. That's how we load it from there. And all I need is a little bit of rotational force. So we're just trying to get the last bits of the power into place here. And then I'll walk you through it. It's actually very easy to understand once we've got what we want going. It's no different than like running redstone, as it were. Filter there. And there we go. We'll turn that off. So essentially, to make life easy, is we have a really overly complicated, fun to watch machine. That's what I'm forgetting. I missed the Cobblestone Generator. Okay. That's all right. We can still put that in there. Okay, well, I'm a big redstoner. I like redstone. So to me, this is like super interesting, super fun to watch. So essentially what we have is we have our lava generator machine, which is this guy right here, which in order to generate lava, you have to have one of these blaze burners and you have to feed him a blaze cake. And then as long as he's blue, he'll take your cobblestone and convert that into lava. And so we'll pump the lava into this big capture tank. The idea being is that ultimately what we're trying to do is just make a bunch of blaze cakes. That's ultimately the whole point of this, is just to make this guy right here for no other reason than just to make that guy. So it's a fairly useless machine because it doesn't serve any other purpose other than to make blaze cakes. Okay, Dane, take care. Well, we'll be here. I got another hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe longer than that. We'll be around. But yeah, that's. I can't believe I missed that last piece. That's all right. We'll throw that in real quick because that's just my stupidity. Take care, Dane. We'll see when you come back, if you come back. So I need some stairs. Trap door. I just want a trap door. I have no trap doors at all in my system. There's a bunch of trap doors. That's fine. Go through all that trouble and get everything done and forget the most important part of the whole thing that feeds the system. I need my head examined. All right. I should be able to do it like this. Right, so hopper into that. We will Watch that there. Go. All right, so that's going to be our lava stair. Need not to be trapped in there. Set of stairs. Go. Water, lava, stone generator. I have a drill in here. I do have a drill. I have one drill. That's fine. Far enough over here. So there's water. Oops, that's not good. Not good at all. Bucket. Like, do I really have to wait forever to get a bucket? Oh. It just washed out all my redstone, didn't it? Dadgummit. That's not good. Because we lost our key system to tell us when to do the things that we need to do. Not good at all. All right. Oh, what do you... Wow, it wiped out all of the stuff, didn't it? It should be like that. How far? Where did the rest of it go? That. All right. Now that that's all fixed. There we go. Lava. One drill. In the wrong direction. I should be able to just plug and plug. Yep, there we go. Okay. Now I think we're done with this. Other than, you know, make it look pretty. But everything else should be in place. So now we have our cobblestone generator in the back. This will make the stone that gets fed into here, that makes the lava. Lava gets fed into container, which is then pumped to the spout. The spout fills the blaze cake. The blaze cake base comes back around here and keeps our very happy blaze guy filled with lots and lots of nummy goodness. He's happy. He makes lots more lava for us, and this whole system just keeps running until the chickens stop producing eggs. We run out of sugar, or I need to go get some more netherrack. That is a whole system literally waiting on eggs. If I get come on. A few more chickens in there, and we'll just grab a few more eggs out of our system here. There. Actually, I like the 3-hand bit. I think this adds a nice little touch to the system. Because now it just looks like, you know, it's just fun to watch. All right. I have another one of these blocks. So I think what we'll do is we'll run some cables. Now that we're done, we can spend a little bit of time and pretty this up. So chains. Hope if I can spell correctly. I don't want big chains. I don't need big chains. Just regular chains. Stuff in my crafting window. Chains. You too, huh? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so I'm just stuck. I don't think that's going to be enough chains for what I want. Oh, that's just ugly. But you know what? That's okay, because we can take these and these. And we can have a little bit of fun with this. So we can pull that out here by one here. So something like that. Need 2 more chains. where I stuck the walls at. I guess not. This will work. That'll work. And, you know, I was thinking that maybe this system would produce enough lava to get ahead, and probably if it wasn't filling these blaze cake bases nonstop, it might be able to. And I imagine eventually I'll need to don't worry about the upgrades right now. Just not. What can we do with these chains? Not a whole lot. Not a whole terrible lot. That's all right. Okay. I do think, though, that that covers us for the last of the big projects that we wanted to do. In here. All right. There we go. Let's clean up our inventory a sec. Let's have a look, see what we have. So we have our cinder flower grinder. We have our blaze cake generator farm. This thing's just fun to watch. We can disable the whole thing via a switch. But right now it's whatever, just let it go. Don't see a need to stop it. Sugarcane farm going. We have our ultimate crafting system. Yeah, this is turning out to be a very busy room, which is exactly like we wanted it to be when we started on this. Oh, so that's a step in the right direction. I'm just not gonna worry about that. That's something of a pain. Oh, I may have to inset those numbers. I don't know. We'll see. If I lose another one off there, I'll do something about it. Right now, I'm just not worried about it. So we got our sweet roll factory. No, sir. You leave Honey alone. She is not that kind of cow. Rude. Absolutely rude. All right. So yeah, this room's coming along rather nicely. I suppose we could do a chocolate system if we wanted to over top of Honey. Maybe. But we would need to... we would need cocoa beans, and we would need more sugar. So I suppose we could actually take some of the sugar from this system, since the eggs are pretty much going to be our bottleneck. How quickly we can get chicken eggs out of here. So we could do it that way. How much? $250. So roughly 4 stones. And I don't think there's a way for me to spin that any... I mean, I could spin it faster. I just don't know that it's going to do any good to spin that faster. I think that cooks at a set rate. So... I could be wrong. But, you know, it runs fast enough. Out so nicely. Yeah, I think I've got a much bigger storage tank for lava than what I actually probably need. One thing's for certain, if we have a Zoda who decides to come visit, we're going to have to tell him you cannot walk around this area with magnets. Because this is definitely a magnet-free zone. There's like little to no choice on that one. I think I can just take and safely tuck all of this stuff away for right now. We do have some tidy up operations that we can do in here, but we also discussed, and I think it's a good time because I need to break from this room anyways, to go over and have a look-see at the wellness center, because we were talking about last night about putting the train tracks in, and so I kind of need to go and scope out and map the directionality for the train tracks, I think. And other than, you know, an awful lot of mumbling to myself, this turned out really well. Very happy with that. This room has turned out really well. That's an awful lot of activity. A lot of hustle and bustle. All right, let's go pay attention, or pay a visit to the Wellness and Success Center. I have no time or presence of mind as to what day or night cycle. It is daytime. Cool. Oh, that makes life a little easy. All right, so over here we're going to put a rail system in. Now, looking at it on the map, we have 2 directions that we can go, because we're trying to get to this point. Now, the problem here is that we need to come in from the southern side. So we can either L-shape it here, or go north and L-shape it, do a double corner here. I think I would rather just keep the line nice and simple and just do a single line, which means we will go this way, and maybe we plow through the mountain here. Cut through the forest a little bit, and then it's almost, yeah, it's almost right in line with the oops. There we go. There's sales thing. So yeah, it's almost right in line with her marker. So yeah, right about here-ish. And we would have to go back this way. So do we feel that the overland gives us things to look at? I think it does. There's some swamp stuff. Excuse me. We're thinking we're going to build a bypass through your house here. Yeah, you know what? I don't care. I think we will absolutely just right over. Wow, it's really, truly interesting how exactly goes right across basically her front door. I'm gonna go for it. I think that's a good spot. So yeah, we'll go overland. We'll run it through the trees. So we'll have to do a little bit of clear cutting. Right across these guys' front lawn. Plow right through the mountain. Just like that. Okay, so let's get our digging tools first. So I need my drill. Grab all of our black hole. Basalt we're not going to run into. Andesite we will. Cobblestone definitely. Diorite, yes. Dirt, yep. Sandstone not likely. Granite, yes. Gravel, probably. Jasper, maybe. Living rock, marble, sometimes. Netherrack, not likely. Potatoes, not happening. Slate, possibly. Soul sand, negatory. All right, so that should have all of our collectors. What are you in? Let's check this back to a 5x5. So we can make the tunnel bigger if we need it bigger, but we'll start this route. So we're just going to bore right through here. Nice little tunnel. Should be. Should be coming out soon. A long tunnel. There we go. All right. So, one tunnel dug. And a little fun thing that we can do. Gravel, Jasper. Where is the dirt? There's the dirt. Rough this in for right now. And ultimately, yes, that's going to be kind of squarish through here. But here on the outside, we can make it look like it's. We can do a little better. There we go. And then that will just grow some grass back over top of it. And there you go. Bob's your uncle. Do I have wrong saw? Yeah, wrong saw. I mean, not really the wrong saw. We could use it if we came down to it in a pinch. But I don't think I want to. I think we're better off just turning on vein miner. And what would be useful is to not have the vein miner anymore. And turn off my soul touch. And we'll just trim back some of these trees here. That's oak. I don't want oak. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Let's trim that back some. Nice and neatly. All right, so we now have a path that gets us halfway there. Let's do some of this stuff somewhere where I don't have to look at it for right now. Okay, so yeah. All right. So the center is right here. All right. So that's going to come all the way down here. Question is yeah, I guess we just start going up at this point because we're going to go a little ways and then we're essentially just going to so let's take right here. You guys are annoying me. You will not like me if you annoy me. Are we high enough? We're a little higher. All right, and so this should be off target. So we're trying to get to, so we want to come in with the center being, I think I want the center to come right here. This is going to be 573. Okay, so that's our center line. It's going to be on the negative 573. So we know how to get back to our center line, which is going to be here. Oops. Oh, wait. Is that on? There's 573, right? so this is where our center line turns north. So we'll lay our line down. So basically what we're doing is we're mapping the tram line. This is not at all going to be a permanent thing. We will come back through here and swap out a lot of this dirt, or probably all of this dirt actually, for whatever we're going to make tram line out of. I do not think we're going to do another steel line like what we did over there at from my base to the central hub. That was an awful lot of steel. That took an awful lot of time. And I think this needs to have something different. I think this needs to be more stone orientated. Just so it matches closer to what you're heading to, which is Wellness and Success Center, which is that huge building down there. They're probably not going to want as steep of a down drop as what I've got, but again, we're just mapping lines. And a lot of times that's the thing you have to do, right? So when you're doing a build project, and it doesn't matter what kind of build project, and I'm like horrible at building, but the hardest part, and I've heard it a lot of times from a lot of different people who do these sort of things, the hardest part is just getting started. Just put that first block down, whatever it happens to be. Even if it's wrong, just put it down. Once you get started, then everything else goes, it's much easier to do. Just got to get going. All right. So yeah, that's going to be a little too steep, I think. So we'll definitely want to push that back some. But at least it gets us an idea as to where the center of the... So this is basically where the track line is going to run. Again, at the far end, it's probably a little steep. It's probably a little steep here, so we'll probably smooth this transition out a little bit more. It's not quite so jarring going up. But even if we do it, it's not going to be like out of control. It'll probably come up. If I had my way about it, I would almost do this as a gentle incline all the way up to this point and around the corner. So, and it may be that that's exactly what we do is we get to this point, and if we're not high enough yet, we can still turn the corner and continue up. So we'll look at doing that too. But yeah, I think this elevation shift right here is a little jarring. So we'll fix that. And then we'll ramp through here. Guess I don't need this dirt in here. It is good to know where the line's going to be. Next thing is going to be putting some lighting through there. And probably some mega torches to keep mobs from spawning, because that's just painful. Nobody wants to get shot while they're on a train ride. On top of that, running into those guys will stop the train dead in its tracks, and that's not any fun either. Alright, so let's put this stuff away. Let's go ask these guys if they have their tickets. You guys have your tickets? Tickets, please. No tickets. Shame. All right. The green just gets annoying after a while. So yeah, that will give us our rail line back to the center line, which looks like it'd be an interesting trip. Hey, so, well, what did you miss is I dug a hole. We got everything working over at the other house. Back at the base, we got the last of the farm in place. So, we'll pop over here. You know, the things that make everybody's head hurt, so all of the technical stuff, I suppose. So the big machine's all the way up and going. We did a little decorating. We have the cobblestone generators in place now, so that's just, it just makes cobblestone. That's literally all it's doing. It's just making cobblestone to feed the machine, which is keeping us flowing with lava, which is feeding the little blaze cake down there, making him blue. So we basically finished the machine. We have everything that we need. We're waiting on chickens to get us some eggs. So as soon as chickens get us some eggs, and then those arms up there will go. They'll make some more of these blaze cake bases that'll get filled with lava, and off she runs. So what we did and what you missed was we finished the machine, which actually turned out much better than I had actually thought it was going to be. So this works out very nicely. Everything basically, the whole thing controls itself. It's its own speed controller, as it were. So it's only going to make lava as fast as, or it's only going to make blaze cakes as fast as we can make lava. And as fast as we can produce chicken eggs, and nothing is, the stuff will get backpiled, but it'll get backlogged right where we want it to be backlogged at. So it doesn't mess with any of the recipes, and the machine just kind of works. So that's what you missed as we finished this off. And then we went over to the Wellness and Success Center, which you haven't been around much last couple of times, Dane. So you've actually missed some really cool stuff that we did over at the Wellness and Success Center, unless you've been tracking it by watching some of the past videos. We did finally get this big monstrosity of a building done. So like here's the big enchanting room for everybody to go in and use, which is really just, this room's more decoration than anything else. But essentially it's only here for the enchanting table. The other bits we have is we have a fully self-brewing potion system. So you can grab yourself some bottles of potions and then fill up on whatever potion that you want. And these stay filled. There's a whole brewing system underneath the floor that keeps these things filled to the brim. Of course, then there's the giant experience wave machine. This will get you 63 levels with one push of a button and a few seconds worth of lag. This is our recycling center. This one's fun. Let's see if I actually have anything to recycle on me. What do I have in gold? There we go. So here's a golden chest that has fire protection, unbreaking, and reach on it. So we can actually fish that into the box. You can watch it go down the conveyor belts. It actually goes downstairs to a couple of arc furnaces and a couple other machines. And what ends up happening is this will go downstairs. The system downstairs reads that piece of armor that we sent down there, determines if it's got enchants. If it does, it strips the enchants, which is what you see coming up now, or the enchants off that chest. And in just a few more moments, there comes the gold. So if you really wanted to, you could take the gold and the enchants that just came back from this. So there's Fire Protection 3, there's the Unbreaking, there's the Reach. And here it should come in all of the gold. You could recreate that golden chestplate. Now, obviously, if you put something in there that's almost dead, you're not going to get as much gold back. You'll still get the enchants back, but you won't get all of the gold back. So if it's full, it's a 1-for-1. You get everything back that went into it. If it's not full, you get some of it back. You'll at least get the enchants back. You won't get too much more after that. But yeah, this is a fun little room. We like the way this room turned out. It looks really good. Really happy with the way that one looks. So all of that is run from all of this chaos that goes on down here. So there's our mob farms that are getting us all of our liquid experience. That runs the XP machine. That's our witch spawner and our death tome spawner over there that makes some of the potion stuff. We did borrow some from immersive engineering in order to recycle, since that's how that occurs here, as well as some industrial foregoing to do our enchantment extractions. And then here is the big technical thing that happened down here is all over on this side right here. This is all of the potion brewing stuff. So we used, as much as we could, we used Industrial Foregoing's potion brewing system. As much as we could. Some of these, because we want like potions of luck, we had to go and build a... so this is Farmer's Delight and the cooking pot system that uses mimic carnations to make more 4-leaf clovers at what we need. So 1 mimic carnation and a 4-leaf clover makes 2 4-leaf clovers. Now you can supply bone meal against the mimic carnation and make another mimic carnation. So what we have is a whole system that is just built to make 4-leaf clovers. Make as much 4-leaf clovers as we can get our hands on, because those all get piped into the luck potion system, luck potion maker. We have a specific 2 mob spawners over here, one for blowfish, the other one for a couple of other guys that we need for very specific ingredients. So like piglins for gold. There's a bone serpent that's in there. A gas that gets spawned. And so basically these are all the various systems necessary to make all of the potions, which are right here. And so they just all get fed up here. So yeah, this was like the big technical, make your head hurt after a while. Took me a couple of weeks actually to get all of this in place and working just right. A lot of testing. And is it night? It is nighttime. This is my favorite time to be out here. We'll go this way. So we built, this is the outside of the wellness. We finally get the whole thing built up. It's a rather intimidating looking building, and it's fun to It's fun to look at. We have a automated door and drawbridge system, which are just fun. We need to get in here and finish doing some of the internal decorations and finish up some of these the cardinal direction rooms. But the thing that I was working on, so now that I have my create room in some fun at a good point where I wanted it at for today. Go away. Not interested. Gave at the office. So I was looking at, we were off the northern side here, we're building a tram system that takes you from here, which is what I was just looking into now, right? So this is the tram area. And so I dug the tunnel and was laying in the temporary dirt line, as it were, for the rail line. And so it's going to take us above all of this fun little things to our rail line system, where we've got, yeah, there's two of us now who have built from our base to the central hub here. So that track leads back to my base, and this track leads to Zoda's base. By far, this is the longer track. This one travels, I think, close to 5,000 blocks. To ride a train ride, it's like 11, 12 minutes. If you're sitting there on that train ride, riding it. There's lots to see on that. He dug the whole thing underground. So it is a massive underground facility. So it's really interesting to see it. And there's lots to look at on the 12 minutes, but it is a long 12-minute ride. This one is maybe about 3 or 4 minutes. And this one just goes back to my place. Now, I did mine heavily in steel. Get out of here. Let's show how long it's been since I've been over here on the track line. But yeah, we've been... This is the rail line from my place, and so this runs all the way back. This is done entirely in steel, so that took me a little bit and a lot of material. So that just... yeah. I thought the steel guidelines on that was a nice touch. That was fun. But yeah, that just eventually leads all the way back to my place on a very roundabout way. And then into the train area. And so there's my train. That's not anything big to look at, but it's functional. You can ride it. Zoda has his own train. I don't know what his looks like. It's been a bit since I've ridden on it. This was one of the other things that I was toying around with, and I still may come through here and put it in, just because it's fun to play around with. Called sky hooks, I think is what they're called. Yes. Let's see if I can... yeah. So you can use them to ride the lines, as it were. And so I thought it would be fun to have to actually wind a bunch of these around through the area. Just for something fun to play around with. I just haven't done it yet. Yeah. I know. I haven't slept in days. the rain is annoying me, so just make everybody happy for a second. But yeah. So in terms of what you've missed, depending on how long you've been out, you've missed an awful lot to not so much. Yeah, the big thing that what I was working on and looking at was the rail line to the central hub. Should have. There we go. Railway central hub. Oh yes. Yeah, it's a fun little system that we put in here for Zoda's rail system. So you're underground, like not like a little underground. You're deep underground. And his rail hub for his rail line that he's got. I've got all kinds of stuff. So what we did is we built a way so that, and it looks like it was left in the wrong position. Doesn't surprise me. Usually happens if you take a one-way trip. No, it would be nice if we could speed this thing up so that depending on what side that you're at, we could have like a reset, so to speak, that would run it really quickly up or down. But yeah, this is Zoda's rail line. Do I have any spare mob balls? Don't need them, Mongoose. Got him. Okay. Go away. So yeah, this is Zoda's rail line. You're a big pretty guy, aren't you? So yeah, it runs. So we're here, and Zoda's rail line runs basically straight this way, and then comes all the way up north to his area right over here. So it makes a big, huge L. I think actually it's more of it comes down and takes a couple of, there's like one or two different turns in here that he did along the way. But yeah, it essentially goes from here all the way up to there. It's a long train ride. But I think what would be interesting is if we could figure out what state this was in. And if you're coming on this line and this is not down, it should stop you, pull this down, and then push you forward onto it. Otherwise, if it is down, it should just let you land all the way on here, which is what it does right now. The only thing is once you're on it, stop. Once you're on it, then you have to push the little button, and the little button summons the thing to go back up, which is fine. And that gets you back up here, and as soon as you hit topside, this observer picks you up, pipes a pulse onto there, and then throws you off the platform over to here. Again, this would be one of those that would be good if we could hit the button to launch the railway, go, oh, wait, this is not here, doesn't launch you, calls that up, then pushes you onto it, sends it back down. At least that way you would always be in a state where you didn't have to push the button, because otherwise you get stuck. And it's not really ideal. And so maybe that's something I will talk with Zod about. Maybe we'll look into doing. Like a little a gate switch, as it were. But yeah, so the next phase is obviously is to put in another rail tram system that goes from here back to the Wellness and Success Center. And so I was just trying to think of what that's going to look like. Obviously, I wanted it to share some of the same characteristics as the Wellness and Success Center we had, so probably a lot of stone. But I'm not certain much more beyond that. That's what you missed. That's where we're at. And that's what we're trying to figure out. The fog? The only fog I can think of is the night vision from my mechanism hat. You wear this, turn that thing on in the daytime, it kicks up a green fog. It's horrendous. I try not to use it too much. But yeah, so essentially this is where the new train rail system is going to go in. So I was just digging a tunnel and then thinking about how do we make that work here. We do it in stone. I suppose we could. We got a lot of stone. Oh my word, you got to see this stone generator. Probably it's probably the single fastest stone generator I have ever built and have ever seen. Oops, that's gonna go downstairs. It's over here. So if you take out that cobblestone right there, I'm thinking, do I do have a single drawer that's got stuff in it. We do have 2 oak drawers, so we could make this look the same. Or we don't have to because we just don't really care. What do we have for upgrades? We have a voider. Oh, that's good. At least there's a voider. All right. So if we take this, pick that up, pick that up. Now we need our 6 upgrades and a drawer controller. Let's go build that real quick back at the house. Upgrades. And then a controller. This is going to be funny to watch. This thing is, I almost thought I didn't made it. I almost thought I hadn't made it big enough for what we were going to need. Go away, gave it the office. Turns out I was wrong. I was very wrong. So this. There we go. So this produced the 1,200 stacks of stone you see here in a couple of hours when we were out here building this place. And then it got cobblestone down there, and we didn't have a place to actually store the cobblestone off, so we were kind of like, whatever. And we let it sit there because it was a nice way to stop it. Without this drawer right here, the cobblestone actually gums up the machine. But this is as soon as the stone forms. You can't get it any faster than that. And so I thought I didn't have enough, and so I was thinking I was going to have to build this out like 16 wide or something like that. Try to get it so that it was doing a stack every time it was processing, and it was just so fast in here. It's just like, why even bother? What would be the purpose of it? So, never did. Now the nice thing here is that you can... this is the blueprint from Create. And so you can actually teach it the recipe you want it, and then walk right on up to it and just right click on it, or you can shift right click on it and it will just make all of that recipe for you. So we were doing a lot of stone, so we put stone in the recipe here. Should be good enough to get us started. But yeah, I've been teasing with Zoda, telling him I'm just going to put a cobblestone here and just turn this thing on and just let it fill up. See if we can't get all 6,144 stacks of stone into this thing. So, there we go. I did it. I put a cobblestone. I got the whole thing started back up again. That will run until it'll run until the server shuts down. As long as somebody's over here in the area, that thing will steadily produce more and more stone. That's all it's going to do, is just make stone. Where's my exchanger? There we go. Shift-V, yeah. Just do a single. So yeah, I think something to match what we got. We'll do good. Master flower. So there, just make it a little easier for people to see. But yeah, so that's honestly all the more that you have missed. What I haven't figured out is the best way to how I want the rail line to look. So for right now, I'm playing around with designs now. I don't really need this center line anymore. Now I think we can do is do something a little like this, right? So do that. Oops. You weren't supposed to get swapped like that. And then the exchanger tool is very useful in some regards. I also find it a bit irritating sometimes because it doesn't really care in some regards what it's taken. It's just going to take it. When you do it one block at a time, it's not bad. But some of the other settings allow it to do whatever it wants to do when it decides it wants to do it. So I'm thinking that's good. We'll have a track going through here, and then basically the train is going to sit right on top of these blocks. So we'll have a cart down here. We've been using the create train contraption, so the track line is actually one block lower than what's the bottom of the train looks like it is, and what people ride on. Now, I wonder, I think that's probably going to be really kind of stupid. But maybe not. So if we push this out one more. See, that's the bit that's gets under my skin a little bit. So let's do this, right? So copy that. We could, in a sense, do a different kind of... We could just run water down through there. Grab that. All right, so pull that through here. I do a whole lot more mumbling to myself. I think I need to push that tree back. Push this tree back. And we'll turn my back off. Because I forget about it, I leave it on, and then I really regret it afterwards. Really? Right. And the tool has its uses. Now, I think for like decoration purposes, because I like doing it. I know Zoda does it on occasions, but I like to fill these little half spots with water. It gives it a nice look, as it were. The only problem with that is it would be really cool if you could do it with something other than water. Like lava would be great. I understand why they don't let you do it, but it still would be like really nice to be able to put that in there like that. Maybe that shouldn't be stone. It should be something else. I don't know what. Do I have a bucket? I have lots of buckets. One. Yeah, normally what I would do is I would just grab me a little bit of water. I just think this makes a nice little, like, and this is why I was like, you know, you need to be able to put something other than that here, because it would make it nice to be able to do a light effect here. So, you know, lava would cast light here in this instance. And that would be like really awesome to be able to do something like that. It's unfortunately not a thing. As much as I would like it for it to be a thing, it's not a thing. I'm not upset by it, but decoration purposes wise, it would open up a lot of interesting avenues of things you could do. So yeah, that looks good, but I can't. We could persist that through this cave, but once we come out the other side of the cave, we can't keep that in place. I think this U shape right here works, so we should be able to keep this all the way through the cave. I don't see why we couldn't do that, and make that a permanent part of the track. I'm just trying to think of what train shape we wanted to go with, how we wanted that train to look like. Various odd things. I haven't stuck. I'm stuck. I don't know. Anybody else got any ideas? Otherwise, I'm just going to go make a bunch of stone and stairs. Copy and paste tool would be really nice for that. Let's go make a bunch of stone and stairs, because I don't have any better ideas for that. And it does at least match what we've got going on over here. So there is that. Bucket for anything. Let's make some stairs. All right. I should get us some business for a little while. Wrong direction. Shift doesn't take you the right way. Yeah, it's behind me. Whee. Right. So let's get it so we can see a little bit. Copy this guy, and down the line we go. So as we do this, we can talk about a little bit about what we've got coming up. So in July, it's going to be the end of our Valhelsia season. At that point, we will have made our year on this mod pack. We have done an awful lot of really interesting things. We have learned an awful lot about the what stuff you have available inside of Valhelsia and what things you can do with it. So we're not disappointed, not in the least bit. I think we got a good run out of the mod pack. It's if you're looking for this as if you're asking yourself if you should be hosting a server running this because you're looking for a mod pack that's stable, I'm going to tell you that I would highly recommend it. It's been an extremely stable mod pack for us. We have enjoyed it immensely. Haven't had too many issues. I knew I was going to run into that problem. Other than, you know, our own, or at least my own, dumb antics anyways. Keep that one. What about diorite? Dolomite, I don't have. And so we've been poking and prodding and trying to figure out, well, what do we do next? What's after? Yeah, what's after Valhelsia? And I think we've got a couple ideas we're tossing around right now. I'm not going to spoil too many surprises on it, though I think we've come up with a fairly solid game plan that we'll probably end up moving forward on. And so we're doing some tests and whatnot right now, and we're exploring things. It's about all the more I can say for certain on that right now. No creepers. I am not going to have go away. Like I said, we put in. I have in this playthrough on this mod pack, I have come the furthest I have come within mechanism, including making the end of the line, as it were, the final power systems and whatnot. I have learned that it's not nearly as much fun as it looks to be. It is a very large time sink. You'll spend an awful lot of time waiting to make materials, to get supplies, to get the things that you want. But if you are okay with that, then I would say have at it. I did it. I did it. The wrong ones. Ugh. Anyways, so yeah, we've had a lot of fun. We've done a lot of things. We've got some very large. In fact, some of these colonies that are on this server are large enough that you can't really see them all in a single viewing session. And some of the bases that some of our people have built are like icebergs. You just can't see what's going on just by looking at the top. You have to go underground to see. And even then, there's still an awful lot to take in. So next Friday night, community night, we are going to do a spectator community. So we will roll through the server and look at everybody's bases from the underside. Give you a glance into the belly of the beast, as it were. Oh, did I run out of stairs? I did run out of stairs. Just make more stairs. Just, no, not interested. So let's pick this up. We'll come through and we'll put the stone bricks in. Yeah, so anyways, like I was saying, next Friday night is going to be spectator community night. So we'll go look at what actually is going on beneath the surface. There is an awful lot of really cool stuff that is happening. We have some people on the server that are redstoners to some degree. I think it's more of they learn to do enough redstoning to survive in their single player worlds. It's rather interesting to see how they go about doing things. It's all the same end result, just different ways of getting there. And I always find that really fascinating to see how people go about doing stuff like that. All right, I need a block. Thank you. Yeah, and some of the builds are just outright huge, and some of them are small, quaint, and compact. So we'll go look at all of them. We'll have a discussion about what they're doing. It may be that next week's community night bleeds into Saturday's build, just because there could be an awful lot of stuff going on. Go away. I tell you, these salesmen these days, you tell them you gave up the office already, you're not interested, go bother somebody else. They just don't listen. Honestly, I'll be not looking forward to the end of the season. And I am looking forward to the end of the season. It's going to be interesting to see what this world looks like after it's all said and done. Once we've reached a completed state. I'm not looking forward to the end of the season because, well, it's the end. Now, it's going to be fun because then we'll be able to, we'll spin up a new season. We'll start a new world. And we'll go at it again. And we'll see what everybody does in a new world, a new mod pack, a new everything, and we'll go from there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm not looking forward to starting over again. You know, I finally got most of my farms and my builds and my machines and everything all set up. So I'm not in creative mode. It might as well be creative mode for what it's worth. Just because we have access to any and all blocks, and we can make farms to build whatever extra blocks we don't have. It's not painful anymore. Life is kind of easy. I don't think it needs to stay easy. And so therefore, you know, starting over again is a nice way to keep things fresh and going. So we're looking forward to season 2. Will be interesting. Yeah. Okay, I get it. I'm rambling because I'm still thinking and trying to figure out what kind of train tracks I want here. So I do apologize to people who had listened to me ramble for the last 20 minutes now, or longer. We will move on. All right, so let's see. We're just going to set the walls in. Can I get you to 5? Yes. But you won't recognize those ones below the line. Oh, that's irritating, but we'll deal. But yes, season 2, we're looking forward to starting a season 2. So season 2 will be interesting. Hoping we can get things lined up a little better than we did on this first season. I'm out of stone already. It just goes so quickly. All right, more stone. Let's see what kind of craziness we can get up to next season. And if there's, I don't know, if there's scenes that people are interested in seeing, or if you got questions about some of the stuff that we've built here, you want to know how something works, feel free to ask. I think next season we're going to try and get a little bit away from the tech mod, move away from some of the heavier tech mods and try out some more magic based mods in an effort to I need to move beyond my comfort zone. So hopefully the magic based mods will force me to figure out new ways to do farms and new types of farms to build. And maybe we might find some way to do some automation with some of the different mods out there. If anything, it'll add for some more adventuring. So I know Katoa plays on our server on occasions, and he just likes to explore. He's not a builder. He just wants to get out there, find every treasure chest he can get his hands on. He wants to go farm, and I think if that's what he wants to do, I think he should be able to do it. So hopefully we can find a nice happy middle ground between the people who want to build and then the people who want to run around and raid dungeons and die constantly, and be interesting to see. Walls of stone. Yeah, we're gonna have to come back to here and, as Zoda likes to say, age this place a little. I think this is fine, but we should be able to age it the same way that we are aging the Wellness and Success Center, and I think that should work out nicely. Really? No, I'm just blind. Go away. Give it the office. Not interested. Any other colloquial statement you would like to make with regards to yet lost salesman? Of how you get a text. So I know Shale's watching, and she sends me a text and like, you are officially rambling. Good to know. to know. I'm glad to know that I can ramble with the best of them. Really? Out of stone again. I don't need the bucket. Put the bucket away. Alright, let's go get some more stone. Yeah, this machine makes stone fast enough while we can't actually keep up with it. No, there is a way to keep up with it. Easy blocks. That's what this mod needs, is a way to mute sounds you don't want to hear. Zippity-doo-dah. Let's run this way. All right. Now to make this stuff go away. To figure out what I'm going to do for below the ground over there. Really certain. It's been irritating me as I'm watching these things go in there, the fact that it's missing that lip down there. But that may be functionally, that may be my own fault because I don't know how to use this tool correctly. I don't know. I won't swap them out, that's for certain. I wonder... No, I won't do it that way either. I wonder if that's the difference. Nope. No, it's just not going to let me do it. That's interesting. It's also annoying. But what are you going to do? So we could lay down and we could just dig the whole thing out by hand. We could go back through, rip up all of the stone stairs here, and then we could zap those and then put stone stairs back in. I think there may actually be another way we can do this. Where is the copy and paste tool? That might give us the so we're in copy. So let's do it like this, right? So first point, second point, paste. Really? Just, I can't get to those blocks, period. All right, so that's not going to work either. Okay, so building gadgets. Wow. Wake up. Yeah, we can do it that way. We'll grab this. We'll put our silk touch on. We'll go dig underneath of it. Let's go do the boring stuff. Yeah, there's no way to go any faster than this. Oh, there we go. What's that? The crawling on your belly or just watching the build tools put the blocks in? Watching the build tools put the blocks in is nice. Crawling on my belly to dig out this thing to get these corner pieces in right so it's all uniformed. It's not my idea of fun. Wonder if I can. There, that's a little faster. That's a little faster. That's better. All right. We're almost through this anyways. Ooh. Be a little careful. There we go. That's the wrong direction. Yo. Rude. I will pass on the creeper explosion. Thank you. I have put already too much work in for him to come back through here and just blow this place up on me. That's going to be irritating. That would not be fun. I don't think it would hurt me. Like, real serious. By the time you get to the end of the mechanism, you get your suit, you get a trunk loader, and you're generating gobs and gobs of power. There's no fear of dying anymore. Oops. Right. There we go. Put the stuff back. Where did the dirt go? That's going to be dirt. That's going to be dirt. That's going to be grass. All right. let's go do it again. Only, let's actually remember to turn off our silk touch. That way this stuff will land in its proper place. All right, round 2. And we'll touch the ceiling up, though I think when we put the ceiling in, to check to see how many, I may have to go make some mega torches to seal off this cave so that we don't have things deciding that it needs to explodificate the area. Just not interested in that. I feel doing things like this, where we're actually going through all of the labor work. I don't know. I watch some YouTubers out there, and they do their time lapses, and I think time lapses serve a point. Up to, they do serve a point. They help keep the video interesting and flowing, whatever, what have you. But I also think at the same time, time lapses, you lose a sense of exactly how much time is spent doing something. And so it's easy to look at a time lapse, watch a 30-second time lapse, and go, "Oh, hey, yeah, that shouldn't be that hard to put down." And what you don't realize is that 14 hours later, you're still only halfway done, if that. They're still working on it. So I've been trying to, both on the YouTubes and as well as the stream, is to keep everybody following along with what we're doing as we're doing it. You get a good idea of a sense of time spent. And it makes it, oh, don't you son of a... And this is what I was talking about. No damage to me, just tear up the building area. Grumble, grumble. It's alright. It's all good. We can fix. We can fix it. It will be the $6 million hole. Okay, that's probably a really, really terrible reference. There. Put all that back into place. Bunch of junk we don't need. All right. So we'll set our exchanger. 4's got it. Surface connected. And it may be necessary to go out there. Huh. Okay. That's a neat setting. I didn't even realize I had it. Didn't have it set. I am officially out of stone, I think. That's all right. Yep, officially out of stone. It's all good. Yeah, so now we just need to age the tunnel a little bit. We'll throw in some diorite and some mossy cobblestone and whatnot through here. Kind of like what we did over at the Wellness and Success Center. And this place will look good. And then it's just a rail track here, and then we'll continue the rail line. But I think I've had about as much as I can say into this as well. Let's go and get some supplies. Let's go check our stone generator. Now, when we started it up, it's like 1300. We're still 1300, so 1376 from 13, so about 34 stacks in the little bit of time that we've been here together. That's not too terribly bad. Not too terribly bad at all. So only 7 cobblestone. So yeah, apparently the cobblestone just randomly generates in there sometimes. Still so fast. All right. That's gonna give me a headache. So let's go back to our lab. I can remember how to use the elevator, right? Let's go back to the lab. So we are going to need some rails. We're going to need some. You know what we need? What we need is perspective. That's what we need, is some perspective. Let's go make it daytime. There we go. No, excuse me. Swallowed my coffee wrong. Oh, that's... It's a little harsh on the back of your throat. Excuse me. All right, drop down, drop down. Let's take a little train trip. Let's get some perspective. So, as we can see right here, the train tracks is sunk down. The powered rails doesn't really affect the speed of the system. It just kind of goes the same speed. Now, that is something that I do know, is that I think the sharper down this thing goes, maybe it's not sharp, maybe that's the trick though. Maybe we should go with a sharp incline, because then the train doesn't bounce as much. That's a thought. Might be worth checking out. Yeah, see, this bounces an awful lot, but that's a really sharp incline. And that's smooth. Alright, so yeah, I guess we just do it the sharp incline. Interesting. Perspective. It's a wonderful thing. Gives you a chance to look, think. Trying to take some of the stuff that I learned from building my rail. Because I want the next one to be better. I always want to try and do better. Even if it's only one better. Marginal increases are better. We need some signs or something. That's what we need, are signs, billboards. I did not finish that whole place out. I thought I had. Ah, that's a shame. Well, I failed on that one, didn't I? Okay, so flat surfaces are fine. Not a real big headache there. Definitely want sharper rises and falls, because while it appears to be more gentle, it actually causes the screen to bounce an awful lot. And I would really like the ride to be like this, just nice and pleasant, no hard skips or anything, which is why I'm trying to cut the corner down to just one corner. One turn is nice. Yep, I definitely think we need some signposts or something through here. Maybe I'll get some bunch of wools and hang some signs. Billboards. I like the diagonal runs, but yeah, they're all right. But yeah, these little one block jump ups like this, that's very bouncy. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. No, I'm not a big fan. So if we're doing it over, we're going to take that out. Yeah, this. This is just horrid. Horrid, horrid, horrid. Absolutely horrible. Not a fan. I should probably do what Zoda did through here and just open this up a little. That would work really well. Maybe? I don't know. We're right in the thick of the trees. I mean, not. And definitely need to cut down on the amount of turns that we do. But I think the biggest winner that we're going to have is just taking out the up and down effect. I think that'll go a long way. Long, long way. Now, do I have rails? I have a few rails. So let's do this, right? It's mine. Nobody's going to really care. So we'll pick up my train. We will take it over to the Wellness and Success Center. We will throw down some temporary tracks that run across the wood bridge. I need to confirm that we should be able to hit it with one powered rail to start the train ride, And that should be all the more we need. It shouldn't actually come to a stop on its own. Oh, look, I'm getting a visitor. I have a big cat who's decided to come in for a visit. So, if you got a little noisy, I do apologize. I'm trying to make room for the cat, because otherwise they're just going to crawl across and sit on my keyboard. All right, up we go. I think we need to replace these stairs with a different set of different type of stairs. Oh, like, why isn't my helmet turning on? Because I don't have it turned on. I don't have it on. There we go. No. No. You're not allowed here. That is a creeper-free zone. All right. So, we'll grab some rails. Wrong type of rails. Grab one of these. All right, and then we need a button. Button. Who's got the button? And that should be everything we need for this. So, grab me the button. Button goes there. Interesting. I think my keyboard just unplugged itself. I just realized that button can't go there. I also just realized I just ripped out part of the... How do I have that thing set on? I have it set on... Oh my god, I'm going to kill something. Redstone. That should be all the more we need. And then... How far down we want to take this? I guess we'll just go all the way down. Yeah, no, you can't get up there and press the buttons. I'm sorry, no. Just lay down. Oh, aggressive kitty. Stop. Sorry. Very aggressive kitty. All right. Looky here. I said no is no. We're not interested in having all of you guys here. Gave at the office. But guys, I don't have any problems with my car insurance, I promise. No, the warranty's just fine. Go away. So we build. I'm hoping it would be really nice to have enough to get all the way up the stair right here. Halfway up the stairs. All right, that's gonna have to be good enough. Spider. No, no, no. I don't even use Geico. Just no. Serious, I'm okay. Don't need any insurance, guys. Let's see, rail. That get me all the way up to the top. Yes. There we go. All right. And then we'll zip you down to the other end. Pull out my backpack. What is it with cats and getting up on top of desks? That's the bit that boggles my brain. All right. I just need some coal. We'll avoid the sleep cycle. Oh, for crying out loud. All right. So we drop that there. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, see, I was curious about that. So I think the answer to my question is yes, it does play a little bit. So apparently that gives you your initial speed maybe, or am I just like slowing down and don't even realize it? Let's see. Well, the point coordinates are looking. Nope, there it goes. They're slowing down. Okay, so the answer is no. We absolutely do need powered rails. There needs to be so many powered rails, and so powered rails do play an effect to this. So, something to keep in mind. All good. That was what I was curious about. So, it looks like we somehow managed to, quite by accident, back into the correct answer. Now, what I am curious about is Nope. I just lost it. Thought, brain, gone. Just gone. It's all right. Oh, that's something we could try. Grab the exchanger. No, that's the wrong direction. All right, no, that's not. Oh, that's where it keeps going. Oh, feisty cat. Seriously, off my desk. Just behave yourself right there. Thank you very much. Connected surfaces. Let's do it this way, right? So we'll... Yeah, that'll work. And then we should be able to roll down here some stretch of the imagination distance. Plop in another one. Now I'm curious if so we really want this sooner rather than later. Interesting. All right, so neat trick 101. Redstone signal and go under blocks. Trick number 2, redstone signal doesn't actually care the 16 blocks it goes. It's just going to go. This is good. So if this works, then this should be... Let's get us up to the top. And it's just a matter of continuing to build the rest of the tram line. There we go. All right. Let's throw all this back into the bags. We don't care about it for right now. Let's go on a magical ride. Test, test, test. So this is moving nice. Good clip. Definitely think we need something to separate the outside lines. The interior. Oh, that is so much better. Yeah, it's a sharp turn, but it's so much better. All right, let's see if we can convince it to go back. You can do it, little train. Just a little train that could. Go, go. We have to get out there and push again. It's like waiting for water to boil. I just don't think it's going to make it. Ha. There we go. We got it going back in the right direction now. All right. I think that's... I'm happy with that. I think that's a good round for today. Definitely want to change these outside bricks for something else. I like the stairs, but definitely need something different here. I don't know what. Anybody's got any ideas? I am open to suggestions. I wonder what kind of stairs we have. That's tempting. That might give us a light source. A little bit of one. Ooh. Ew. Just terrible looking stuff. I don't know. I'll have to try a couple different things. Let's see. I have to go get some more blocks. Lighted something would be great. No way to make that block. Crying obsidian would be fun, but there's no way to make crying obsidian. No, I take that back. Yes, there is. No. Yeah, that's not happening. Nope. You can hang that one up right now. There's just no way. As difficult it is as antimatter is to come by, there's nope. I would just as soon go try and find the stuff out in the world. It would probably be easier and faster to find it in the world than it is to try and use that process to make it. Yeah, like a... I don't know. You don't know. We'll try some things. I'll have to try some things. I don't have a good answer for that. Maybe maybe I'll talk with Zoda. He might have some answers for this. He might have some suggestions. But for now, that's it. We have reached the end of our stream for today. I would like to thank you all for visiting, coming out, saying hi, listening to me ramble like an idiot. We got some really fun things done today. We got our blaze cake farm going. Yep. It is the end of the stream. It is that time. We're going to go kick off. We're going to go dust off all of the... Open the door. Wow. Just... I feel like my own house has got it in for me now. We're going to go relax. We're going to go sit and think about our rail line system. I'm going to go sit in our new create room with all the whirling gadgets and gizmos and just reflect on that because, you know, it is a sight to behold. It is fun to look at. You know, a lot of things moving, a lot of things done. And there's still more to do. There's always more to do. But that will come next time. So, thanks for coming out. I hope you guys have a great weekend. We look forward to seeing you next time. Wasn't actually made that, so the staircase is just, it's not supposed to be a hidden staircase. The staircase is there like that because I like to create doors and I like fancy doors, and so it's not really a hidden staircase. It's more of it's a fancy door. So looking at it as a hidden staircase, it's probably the wrong thought process. Go away. And generally speaking, this stays open majority of the time. But yes, the button's here. Button's very obvious. It's supposed to be very obvious. This is not really a hidden door. This is just our hidden staircase. It's just a very fancy door. It's a door that moves in 3 parts. You know, the floor swings up to seal off the area up there. This opens up. You can get back and forth. It's just a very fancy door. If I was going to go with a hidden door, there are probably... I wouldn't have used a button, number one. Number two, I would have probably used a... so interesting. You asked for it. Over here, and we have been playing around with a little bit of it. We have... where did I stick it at? It's over here. So we have the CC Tweaked, and so CC Tweaked has a player detector block, And so if I was really trying to make that hidden, I would use the player detector and CC tweaked in order to trigger this doorway. And so I would have it set up so that it would only detect me. And that way I wouldn't have to worry about people accidentally stumbling into it. And then I would just have it detect me in different places, and then this doorway would have a different behavior depending on where I was standing at when it detected me. So if it picked me up down here, it would open the door so I could come through. If it picked me up here, it would close the stairs so I can go upstairs if I wanted to. Just depends on where it picks it at and timing. And but again, I wasn't trying to make it hidden, so it doesn't. It's just a fancy door, that's all. Like, these are castle door blocks. I'm actually just using them as floor tiles. They don't go anywhere. No particular purpose. It's just fun decoration. But thank you all for coming out, hanging out, saying hi. It was fun talking to you. Look forward to seeing you guys next time. Be safe. Have a good weekend.